How you doing today? Today I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel like making this video. I'm gonna explain to you why I'm still here, why I'm still doing it. It's part of my, call it for the lesson for today, whatever you guys want to call it, my advice for today, my motivation, my inspiration for today. But I didn't really feel like doing it, just like not any for real reason, but it's like, you know, when you have those days where you don't feel like going to work, you don't feel like getting up, there's just like you have this gut feeling like it's like just don't do it today, right? Standing here by this nice rock, I just like the way it looks. But I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this video right now, why I'm standing here, why I'm recording for you guys. I'm gonna explain it with a story. When I was at work, I sell, for those of you who don't know, which is probably whoever's clicked on this video, I'm selling phones. I'm selling phones at my job, all right? I don't want to get into too much detail about my job because it's not the point of the video. But, so I sold 2 phones. That's good for me. I almost never, most of my days, I don't sell any phones whatsoever. I don't remember the last time I sold a phone. It's probably been almost at least a week. And I sold 2, all right? So that's really good for me. I'm like pumped up, I'm excited, I'm moving forward. And then this lady comes in and she's looking to get a prepaid phone. Now I'm not necessarily so concerned about it, it's just another prepaid sale. Because for us, what our boss really cares about is when we sell what they call postpaid. That's when you connect it to like a contract company, you know, there's a more of expensive bill, so there's more money moving around. That's what they're really looking for. Sun's in my eye right now. I don't want to look like I'm angry on the camera, like I'm squinting. It's just the sun's in my eye right now. But so yeah, I sold 2 phones, and then this old lady comes in. I can't really understand her. We're almost like, I almost feel like I'm arguing with the lady because it's like we're kind of just going back and forth. She's not understanding me. I'm not understanding her. I don't know what to do for her. I don't know what I can do for her. Like, I'm just basically trying to paint a picture that she just had me here like baffled, flabbergasted, stifled, whatever word you want to put on it. I felt like giving up. It's just like, lady, I don't want to deal with you. Like, that's really not my mentality. I'm just like I really try to force myself that no matter what, I do everything I can for the customer because I feel bad and I think about it later when I don't do everything I can. So it's really not in me, and she just made me, I was just like, I just felt like I just want to walk away from this lady. Like, she was just being too complicated. She was being too difficult. You know, she wasn't really making sense, and she was looking at me like I wasn't making sense. And it's like, I understand how the job works. It's kind of my job, but so yeah, my momentum goes down. I start like going in my head. I'm not like really on point. And then another man comes in while I'm still helping her. Another man comes in and he wants to buy what we call a postpaid phone, as I said. And then I see this man and I'm like, oh, I want to almost like just leech and jump onto him. I want to just like literally just jump onto him and sell him the phone and leave the old lady alone. And you know, as we keep exchanging words with the old lady, somehow the point actually gets to that. Like, one way or another, through one sentence or another, it gets to the point where it's just like, okay lady, I can't help you, bye. Hey sir, how can I help you with your phone? Then you know what kept going in my mind? The old Buddhist saying that goes that when a man tries to catch 2 rabbits, he catches none. Because I didn't finish helping her. She didn't leave with a phone. So it was like, I still felt like I was trying to catch both. I was trying to do both sales at the same time mentally a little bit. And you know, I lost a little momentum from the first lady. And then what happens? Because I feel like my story kind of went on a little long there. But I'll get to the point. It didn't work out. When I got to the phone plans options, he didn't like the phone plans that it was forcing me to pick for him. He didn't want to have to change his current plan, and I couldn't pick that. So it didn't work out. It didn't go. I lost the sale. So I had the potential for 3 phone sales in the same day when I'm lucky to get 1 per week. So it's like, oh God, if I get this right now, I'm set for like the month. I don't even have to worry about it. I got all my sales now. So it didn't work out. It didn't pan out. And then the old lady's still here. She comes back and I'm trying to help her. That didn't work out. It didn't pan out. What happened? It all happened in here. I try to leave this lady alone, try to go force the other sale, and then you know, in my inner side, my energy, my momentum, it like shifted and it went downward. It kind of went into a literal downward spiral. So I lost 2 sales, 2 phone sales. And then A lady just came in now, like 5 minutes ago, before I'm making this video. That's why I really felt like I had to make this video. And she wanted another phone, an actual what we call postpaid phone. And I lost that sale. There was a credit problem with her. The other guy didn't like the plan options. And it's just like, you know, like you might say to yourself, like, oh, that's just, you know, it just happens. That's just life. But I don't like to look at it that way. I like to, you know, that real idea, if you want to be a man who's like a warrior, who's like just always on top of everything, in control of his life, is you gotta take responsibility for everything. That's really the #1 philosophy. If you want to be a man, take responsibility for everything. So it's like, I'm taking the responsibility for this. Where did I mess up? It's like, no. It's not like, I'm not telling myself that I'm just gonna accept that it's just something went wrong and I have nothing to do with it. No, I want to know how could I get those sales. So I would have four sales today when I'm lucky to get one a week. I would have 4 in the same day. That to me would be like, I would even be concerned about selling a phone for the rest of the month. Yeah, I'm supposed to sell more phones, but I already would have peaked out and passed like the most I've ever done in a single day. So it's like, I'm not gonna come to work worried about it. But what I'm trying to really get into here, my point of the whole story, is that my momentum went down. I lost my momentum, I lost my state of mind, I lost my good energy, and I just started going in this like downward spiral, and it's like everything started messing up. In the beginning, like I was just like I wasn't attached to outcome. You know, as they say, you're really engaged, not attached to outcome. I was just really focused on doing the process one step at a time. But then later on, I became outcome dependent, where I was like, I need the phone sale, I need this, and my mindset just keep changing and changing. It was this like bad, negative, downward spiral. And sum up the point of this video, don't let go of momentum once you have it. Don't let it go. This is why I'm standing here. This is why I'm doing this video. This is really the point of the whole story, is to try to explain to you that once you have something that you're passionate, because one thing is your regular job that you don't want to go do every day, but when you have something you're passionate about, or when you have something you know that really means something to you, like your dreams, you know, your life's work, your goals, even just something as simple as keeping your diet and your exercise on point, a lot of these things, you're not gonna feel like there's a proper time to do it. You're gonna have a lot of days where it doesn't, like, it sounds kind of weird for me to say this because I just stayed on top of it. I kept the momentum. So it's like I'm describing like phases of my life I felt before and I'm not necessarily experiencing now, because I don't let myself lose the momentum, because I know that once you lose momentum, I go into another story. I like to explain my points in stories. There's a book by Donald Trump, How to Get Rich, and he talks about a man that he met that made $100 million, or you know, I was about to say or whatever, because he made it a long time ago when it was worth more money. So he made really a ridiculous amount of money, because he made this where it could have been worth $1 billion in real estate, and he left it. He sold his business at some point and he left it for 20 years. He went up to retire. Like I talk about this in a lot of my videos, when you let yourself get comfortable, you know, you wanna know some real depression? Make all the money in the world, be as successful you can be, and then go retire and do nothing for 20 years. See how hard it is to not get depressed. So then the point is, then he comes back 20 years later and he tries to redo the business, and you would think this man, you know, he's a genius in the field. He knows what he's doing. He's already made more money in the field than maybe anyone in his time has, and he's coming back into it 20 years later. You think he could still do it? He still knows everything. But as he told Donald Trump, he told this to Donald Trump, that he lost his momentum. And Donald Trump talks about this in his book too, that he saw when he was starting to lose his momentum, he went $9 billion in debt, and he had to come back from that. He had to come back for that. There's people out there who kill themselves when they're in debt for less money. He went $9 billion in debt, and he came back to that. God, I gotta calm myself down. I don't know. I don't know how this is coming out to you guys right now. I do feel like I'm really in my head right now. Probably a lot of anxiety. I'm probably not thinking as straight or as flowing as much. But it's like, yeah, because I'm losing, like, what really that was was me getting comfortable, me starting to lose my momentum. When I get comfortable in my jobs, God, I've seen this over and over and over again. When I get comfortable in my jobs and I get too relaxed, that's when I get a problem. That's when stuff actually starts to happen that's really, really bad. It's like the moment I get comfortable, that's when the job gets 10 times worse. And it's like, I'm like, why, God? Why can't life just be easy? Why can't I just relax? Why can't I just be comfortable? But life just doesn't work that way. Life is putting these problems on me and is not letting me have an easy life, because it's no, that's not going to give me what I want to get out of it. This is what I want to get out of it right now. I want to make this a thing. I want to build my platform here. To anyone out there who's trying to live their dreams, trying to get in better shape, trying to start a new career or a new business, you have to work at it every single day. I said this in another one of my videos on how to make YouTube videos, which I think, honestly, I questioned if I should name it that, but I kept it tailored to that. But it's information you can apply to anything you want to do in life. And I said I stopped doing this video for 2 days, just 2 days, because I went to New York and I was seeing my family, so it was so reasonable. I went to a different state. I went to go visit my family that was living there. I was with my parents. You know, it didn't even seem like there was a real time that it made sense for me to go film. You know, it all made complete, absolute, rational sense within my mind that I should just not even bother to film it. I didn't even like think about it. I didn't plan for it. I didn't try to go do it. I didn't do anything. And what happened? I lost serious momentum. If you watch my video when I come back, God, I was so social anxiety. I was so afraid. Like, I'm even in the video talking about, like I like address it really firmly. Like, I'm like, there's people over there, and now I'm like going in my head and I'm freaking out and I'm kind of getting low energy, and you know, I'm talking lower and I'm going down, and it was really hard for me to come back. Like, literally, I just want to express that point again. I took off 2 days for making videos. You would think that makes literally nothing. It made so much sense, but when I came back, I had to force myself so hard. Like, it felt like the comparison of like you didn't work out for 5 years. Like, it felt like that. It really felt like that. And I'm not here to tell you, you know, because a lot of people is like, oh, I'm not like that, you're like that. But I'm telling you how my body responds. This is what I've learned through a lot of self-awareness, how my body's responding. Because logically, it's like, just go out, just go do the video. And logically, you could tell yourself that. But you know, you have those days where your body and your mind is telling you not to do things. And if you want to really get where you want to be in life, you have to have the willpower to keep pushing through and to keep doing what you got to do no matter what. Don't let anything stop you. The real lesson of this video today is don't let go of your momentum. Don't let go of your momentum. You should be working, I don't want to dictate, try as hard as you can to every single day be working on your dream. If you want to be a musician, you should be playing music every day. You should be trying to make YouTube videos every day. Yeah, you should be trying to make YouTube videos and make it your portfolio, your profile, so then maybe somebody will see you and then they'll pick you up. You know, not saying you're going to be Justin Bieber, but that is how Justin Bieber got picked up. There's actors and musicians these days that they're getting out there and people are picking them up because they see them through the internet, or eventually they even support themselves like that. Or, you know, this really applies to anything. You want to be an artist, you got to paint every day. Even the days you don't want to, God, those are the most important ones. And the reason is so hard, like if you want to make this in a more positive life, is because life knows you're not going to just, let's just take the example of you're a painter. You're not going to paint one painting, make $5 billion or even $5 million or $500,000, whatever number you need to make, and then your life work is over. Even if you could retire today, right now, the point of living your dreams and the point of the journey, the point of everything really is to enjoy the way going there, to enjoy actually doing it, to just enjoy being a part of something more than you, to feel like you're giving back to the world and experience the joy of that. Because there's no happiness in this like lie to us that you just need to sit down somewhere on a beach. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't a time and place for that. You should definitely take vacations. You should definitely relax. You should definitely do what enjoys you. But when you turn it into a lifestyle, it's not enjoyable anymore. Then that just becomes a norm. You don't feel like you're moving forward. You feel like you're stagnating. We're beings of energy, and there's energy flowing through us. And in that state of mind, in that place, your energy just feels like it's really, really compacted and suppressed. And the reason for that is because your mind is a survival machine and is telling you at all times in your life to try to conserve energy, try to just keep it down, try to just keep taking in more and more food so you can build up your energy and then conserve energy, because your mind is used to living out. The human brain developed who knows how many years ago truly were the first humans on earth. They tell you Egyptians were 5,000 years ago. There's lots of speculations, a lot of people saying that doesn't make sense, and that if you actually go check the pyramids, they should have lived way longer ago. So we don't even know truly when they existed. How do we truly know when I'm talking all this like BS, but I'm just trying to put a point out there that humans have been around longer than school wants to teach you, and that is proof. There is proof behind that. Our minds have been around, not where we're out in this civilization place with these buildings, with these warehouses, with these jobs, with these stores, with these schools. Our minds were out in places like this, where you had to hunt for food, where you had to conserve energy, because your mind is preparing that meal that you get, that might be all you get for the next 3 days or the next week. So you have to eat all of it because you're going to need all of it to survive. And then I want you to conserve your energy so you don't die. But we live in a world that you have to take control of your lives because your mind and your body doesn't understand what's really going on. You have to be the naysayer to when they're just straight up wrong. You got to realize that the way that your mind and your body is telling you to live, and the media is telling you to live this way too, because it plays so well into your instincts. It's so easy to brainwash you into doing what your instincts want you to do. But what I want you to do really is to take control of your life. God, I'm going everywhere with this video. I'm just gonna sum up my points. I want you to try to regain control of your life. Understand that there's a lot of outside influences that are lying to you. There's a lot of influences going on inside of your body that are based off of old instincts that no longer serve us. And when your body and your mind is telling you to not do what you need to do, that's when you need to do it the most. That's why you need to do that, so when you're 41 years old, you can still be doing it, because you forced yourself to do it when you didn't want to do it. And then now you can do it like it's nothing. Now, oh God, my mind is just everywhere. I'm just not in a good place right now. I'm not in a good mental state right now. I'm not here putting on a face. I'm just here to be honest. I'm forcing myself in a way to do these videos because I know that if I don't do it today, then tomorrow I'm gonna make another excuse. Then the day after that I make another excuse. Then I'll be making excuses for a week, then months, then years will go by, and you know what? I'm gonna wonder what I did with my life, and I'm gonna be full with regret, misery, and depression if I don't do this. You know what? Maybe that doesn't make sense to you, but it makes all the sense in the world to me. And when I feel into what my body is just doing on its own naturally without me dictating it, because you can't necessarily dictate to your body how you can feel, though you can change your state of mind. Though it's hard to change your state of mind when you're just in a bad place, and it's a lot easier to change it when you know you're in a good place. I'm just gonna leave the video at that. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't let go of your momentum. Keep pushing forward, keep fighting for it every day. Don't think there's a real end game. Just think that just doing it is the reward of it. And the person that you're gonna become is the reward of it. The money, the fame, the fortune isn't the real reward. Those are just things so that you can keep doing what you need to do. Because this is where I'm gonna feel my true happiness. If somebody just handed me $1 million and told me to sit on a couch for the rest of my life, I wouldn't take the money, because that it sounds crazy, but that's not a good version of me. That's a version of me who's really lazy. That's a version of me who's fat, who's just playing Xbox all day, who's not living his life, who's just gonna turn into a big ball of depression because his mind has condensed itself into a state of survival instincts where it's telling me just to conserve my energy. Have a nice day.